Someone asked me a question some time ago that which actually is worse, marrying the wrong partner or marrying into the wrong family? I'm asking you the same question today. Which do you think is worse? I personally don't think there's actually a family that can be called a wrong family, because no matter how right the family appears, there is always an issue down the family tree that might have had some one or two issues, if not more, along the way. Now, that on its own cannot define the family. Experiences, on the other hand, can define one's perception about that family. What do I mean by experiences? One person's experience about the family is different from another's experience of that same family. So in other words, we can't be completely conclusive to say this family is the wrong family or that family is the right family. Despite how right you think this family is, when you get closer, you might start seeing some other things that you never saw from outside, or that you will never see from not being part of that family. All right. But having said that, there actually are some families that when you hear people's experiences of these families, you would conclude and say, of a truth, I really don't want to go through your experience. I've heard a lot of ladies out there. You might be one of those ladies who have that perception, who conclude and say, you would never marry a man whose mother is alive because of the mother-in-law narrative in Africa. Or let me bring it out to Nigeria, because it's conclusive that whenever the mother-in-law is alive, the mother of the guy, she must definitely bring trouble home. All right. And there's been too many reoccurrences to just sweep that fact under the rug. It's not something that should be ignored. Now, but having said that, there are other families, other ladies who have amazing mother-in-laws that they wish the mother-in-law would live forever. A school of thought says something that a fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. Very true. In other words, to bring it up family line, the wrong partner doesn't fall far from the wrong family, because the wrong family produced that wrong partner. So, in as much as you are concerned about the wrong family, thinking that the man or the woman can be different from the family, you might be wrong, because over 80% of marriages and relationships are birthed on lies, because you want to show the partner a side of you that will be appealing. You want to show the partner a side of you that will be attractive. You're marketing yourself. When you say things that would upset you, you wouldn't want to get angry, so that the partner will not be pissed off and say, oh, is this how he is? Or is this how she is? You know, very few actually act themselves for real while they're in a relationship or while they are courting. That alone is already a wrong foundation, and it had nothing to do with the family. The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. So if you want to go with the narrative that the family can be wrong while the partner can be good, don't forget that the family raised the partner, and a child cannot grow different from what he's been taught. All right, except on rare occasions where the child has to break free from whatever doctrines or teachings or upbringings that has been passed across to him or her. Very few cases. On the other hand, is it safer to go for a right partner and ignore the family background, irrespective of how bad you've seen firsthand? You've seen how they treated other people, other in-laws, all right? And you use that as a conclusion to say, this family, I can't go in there. You tell the guy, you tell the girl, baby, I'm sorry, I can't marry you because of a family. It's also very possible. We've seen a lot of cases. I've experienced a lot of people who stood out for their partners, despite the pressures from the family, despite the resentment from the family, despite the disapproval of the spouse by the family. They stood firm, they stayed steadfast, they probably prayed together and overcame. Someone says you married the right partner, you leave the family behind. Like the theory of marriage, you leave your father's house and you go to a new place, all right? Leave the family behind. You can't actually neglect your family completely, all right? That's not advisable, but you can be away from them. In other words, you might not live their ways of life anymore, okay? But because you are building your own family, so you have to now create your own legacy. You have to build your own theories for your children, your own fresh lineage and start a fresh species of generation. Okay, so in other words, the partner might not necessarily be the problem because the partner is changeable, but to change an entire family, it's almost impossible because you can't spend as much time as you spend with your partner equally with the family, because family, of course, is very large and you don't live with them and they have their own theories, their own beliefs that you cannot influence. And most of these family members are, of course, definitely way older, that you can't give them instructions, you can't give them suggestions on how to live their life, but you can actually do that with your partner. In other words, the focus should be on your partner, not on the family. So irrespective of how the family behaves or the family traits or the family history, you can be lucky, like I said, lucky enough, all right, to pick out a very fresh and unpolluted fruit from that tree of corrupted fruits. All right, you can be lucky to pick out, and when you get that fruit out, you have to preserve it, you have to guard it with all your heart and make sure that it is not corrupted from the external pressures of that family. So I want to ask your opinion. What do you think, which is more dangerous, the wrong family or the wrong spouse? Someone would say the wrong family can't hurt you, they can only talk and do this and do that, but the wrong spouse can actually buy you overnight. And we've seen a lot of cases of men who appear to be saintly, to be heavenly, and all of a sudden when they marry you, or ladies who appear to be heavenly, and when they marry you, the next thing you see, they beat you up. All I can say personally is be vigilant, all right? Be vigilant. Look at those things that the next person is trying so hard not to do. Those are the things you should be trying to get out of them so that you can know what to expect, all right? Then you don't have to focus so much on the family because you're not going to be living with them, all right? They have their own experiences and they have reasons why they act that way. They might have had one or two experiences of some bad in-laws that dealt with them or caused a catastrophe in the entire family. So as a result of that, they had to be on the guard, all right? So they had to be like military guys where you come and they're checkmating you at every instance, you know? So you have to also cut them some slacks. So you don't focus on that, you focus on your partner and how to make your partner your dream partner, okay? So you don't end up with regrets, because personally, I think it's more dangerous to have the wrong partner than the wrong family, all right? When you have the wrong partner, to me, it's 0/100. But when you have the wrong family, it's actually 50/100, because you can survive with the right partner. Like I always say, in all thy getting, get sense. All right, I'll see you again in some other video. Do have a lovely day, and don't forget to like, share, drop your comments, of course, like I started with, and subscribe. See you.